Lots of kids feel anxious. We are going to tell you what anxiety is and how you can help your kids with it. We are in this together.
Welcome back to the Channel Mum Children's Anxiety course. In the last episode, we discussed what children's anxiety is, but how can you tell if it's something your child is suffering with? And at what point should you think about speaking to your GP? With the help of 5-year-old Isabella, let us share with you the 5 signs every parent needs to be on the lookout for.
Angry outbursts.
Now, I know that our little bundles of joy enjoy throwing the odd tantrum from time to time, but if your child is very quickly becoming angry and the outbursts are out of all proportion to the situation, maybe even verging on being out of control, then this could well be a sign of underlying anxiety.
Changes in sleeping and eating.
Remember that kids are basically just little adults. Whenever we feel stressed and anxious, we may lose our appetite and find it difficult to sleep because of the thoughts going around and around and around in our heads. Our children are no different, so take note. If they're not eating properly, not sleeping, waking up in the night with bad dreams, or finding it difficult to concentrate and stay awake during the day.
Mood and negative thoughts.
If your child generally seems morose, fretting, crying, being unusually clingy or quiet, saying that they feel unwell, this could be another indicator of anxiety, as can expressions of negative thoughts.
Changes in normal behaviour.
Your child may not want to go out. They might prefer to stay inside the house with family close by. Maybe they're refusing to go to school, or they no longer want to see their friends or go to an after school or weekend activity that they might have enjoyed previously. Maybe they're concerned about a parent leaving the house to go to work. Changes in normal behaviour are always worth taking note of, as there may well be an underlying reason for it.
Physical changes.
Anxiety may manifest itself physically in the form of a racing heartbeat, clammy hands, flushed face, or visible shaking. Let's hear from real families on how anxiety affected them.
When he complains that he has stomach cramps and he just goes really quiet within himself, hibernates, doesn't really want to talk to anybody. What other?
Not eating for like at least 3 or 4 days up to a week and just clinging onto a water bottle.
Nightmares,
Hallucinations,
sweaty palms.
Yep. Feeling sick.
Yeah. Crying a lot and not wanting to leave my side.
I remember saying that I was ill when I wasn't, just so I could stay at home. No matter how much I talked to her or asked her about it, she just dismissed me. But it was when you quit all of your clubs and after school activities.
Yeah, I just stopped feeling into them and I was struggling to sleep and I was quite emotional.
Feeling very sick, like you're on the edge of a cliff the entire time but not quite knowing why. Inability to leave the house. I would often feel sick, or there'd be a few times where I'd have to swallow my sick in public. Also, I suffered with severe insomnia and night terrors, so lack of sleep. I didn't have my first night's sleep until I was 10 years old. Sorry, Mum.
It's important to distinguish between completely normal behaviour that all children exhibit from time to time and behaviour that should set alarm bells ringing. Childhood is a time of constant change and new experiences, and this can cause any child to feel worried and anxious now and again. School anxiety can be a real trigger for some children. Have you watched that episode yet? Have you downloaded our journal yet that you and your child can sit down with and complete after school? It's quick and it's fun to fill out, but it will allow you to dive deeper than simply asking, what did you do today at school? Or how are you feeling? What did you think, Isabella?
I love doing this with my mummy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh. If there was something you were worried about, do you think you'd be able to write it down?
Yeah, and
Yeah. Good, high five.
We've also got a quick and easy quiz that you can take that will help you to determine if your child is suffering from anxiety. Most importantly of all, if you're at all unsure or you know that you and your child need more support, it is always better to be safe than sorry. Seek professional help and advice from your GP. Be sure to join me for the next instalment where I'll be sharing my top tips and advice for helping your child to cope with anxiety.